it's all positive off of that. There's no sense of tragedy. There's no sense of sadness.
It's kind of peaceful.
It's
which is kind of
extremely
odd
peaceful.
In the middle of a battlefild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of odd. But that's great. It's almost like you're being re-energized by nature.
Absolutely.
I mean, what I was going to say is you're talking about the idea of time. At MT, you can go to our website. We have a recording when we were doing a scenario of a charge up the dirt road toward Antietam, toward the bridge. So we got on the recording past, present, and future occurring simultaneously. Now, let me explain. What we got was, I did a roll call of all the 11th Connecticut that died during the assault. And we got soldiers answering our roll call, and that's also on the website. But after we did the roll call, I ordered a charge through the field down toward the dirt road up toward the bridge. And what we got on the recording is we heard crickets chirping, which would be the present. Then simultaneously we heard soldiers screaming and yelling and gunfire going off simultaneously with the crickets chirping. Then off in the distance you hear a humming coming closer and closer and closer and closer. And what it was a plane coming from a distance and passing right over the battlefield. At the same time, you still got the crickets chirping, the soldiers fighting, the gunfire going off, and the roar of the plane going overhead. So you got past, the soldiers fighting in the battle, you got present, you got the crickets chirping, and you got the plane coming from a distance toward from the future coming toward the battlefield right overhead, so that's the future. So you got past, present, and future occurring simultaneously in the same recording.
Wow.
Wow, and those things are amazing. Those little bits of information you get, and most people when they listen to, they'll do an EVP session or do a recording session or anything like that. They listen to what they want to hear, not the little nuances that they may pick up, and they discount those things. And going back to when you said, you've never encountered anything evil, negative. I think, as well, all well and good, entertainment television is, and talks about, different things that we've done, and we've all, on this panel right now, have all been involved in, that television side of things at one point or another in our life. It just seems right now everybody wants to cry, demonic. Everybody wants to cry it's evil. All of this stuff. I mean, we just came off of spending 5 days in a house, and everyone, and we had some very good experiences there. We got a lot of really interesting voice phenomenon. I mean, incredible things that we're still going through. 8 cameras, 5 days, 24 hours a day. We're still going through that footage, and voice recordings and things like that, and actually going out to the family's burial plot and actually getting, I asked a question if the woman of the house was there, and if she would mind answering some questions about the house. There were some questions that we had, and the answer was yes, sweetie. Clear as day. Female voice, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. But now turn around, we left there Monday of last week, from being there from Wednesday the week before, and now there's a big sensationalism thing that the house is demonic. All these people are saying it's demonic, and I'm like, no, it's not. We were there.
Yeah.
Spent 5 days there. There was nothing really demonic in that house. There was nothing, there was some aggressive energy.
I definitely would not use the word demonic. There was some dark, negative energy, but you know what? Asshole in life, asshole in death.
And you also have to look at, people need to look at the history too, and on the posturing of how men acted at that time. How women acted at that time. you know,
Exactly, yep.
where men, you know, what parts of the home are men allowed who are
Right,
outsiders.
exactly.
Oh, and
Yeah, you gotta watch that. I mean, if you go into a place that's haunted by a woman who was raped by a bunch of men, and you have all male investigators, forget it, you're not gonna get anything.
Correct.
right, and you know, one of the things is we had a lot of very strong women with us, and the original owner of the house, who's said to still linger there, was very stern, strict man, and you know, women have their place, and you know, you get a couple of us women going, you know, being very strong and very forward about questions and investigating, and you know, it seemed to get a little more pissed off every time we stepped up further. So,
Because you were challenging that time period, and you know, we never go in and ask, you know, the questions, you know, and I cringe every time I see it. You know, people go, "Are you dead? Did you die here? You know,
well, did you die here? You know,
did you die here?
ask
Oh,
that,
okay.
You know,
But
at
you know,
some
there was,
point, because it's a valid question. Did you die here, or did you die somewhere else and you're lingering here?
yeah, but we always try to ask questions about that time period. If we feel we're hitting on something from that time period, we ask questions
tried
about
to
that
ask,
time period.
and we tried to respect that time period. You know, if we're focusing on a certain time period, what was the language at that time? What was, you know, who's going to get a better answer out of it?
Can I ask a favor?
Sure.
Can I ask a favor?
Sure.
Can Mary say hello?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Mary.
Absolutely. Hi, Mary.
Hi,
How are you?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Mary. How are you doing? Oh, that's okay. We have 5 of them, so we understand.
We're amazing.
I can say, a lot of times, like you were talking about the cultural times of the women. And we have one woman at the Omni Bedford Springs. She sits in a chair and stares up at a wall. Well, at the time that she would be sitting there in Victorian dress, that building did not exist. Neither did the wall that she's staring at. But we always say, well, what's up on the wall are postcards of the springs back in the Victorian ages, and we think, our theory is she's having fond memories and is sitting there and interacting with the environment. But one of the things I wanted to mention was, and John says this to people who go on our tour, if you want to interact with her, don't just go rushing up to her and say, "Hi, I'm Mary, this is John, we're here to talk to you about our questions." And we don't do that, because guess what? It'll go away, whatever's there, whoever it is. We find it's much easier if you go up and you follow a Victorian protocol. Victorian protocol would have been, you would have an intermediary between you. Usually, if it was a woman, you would have, a woman would introduce you to a male or another female, usually somebody that they both knew. So it's like, you have to consider that when you do an investigation. Keep this what they did, not what we do today. Like, "Hi, how are you? I'm Mary. And let me shake your hand." Well, they wouldn't have shaken your hand. You know, it wouldn't have been done that way.
Right. Yeah, and often we'll try and remind, because we do, you know, we bring in the public a lot, and we'll try and remind them that, you know, there's certain languages in certain times, and the way you speak, you know, the way we speak today, if, you know, we say, "Hey, talk to my EVP recorder." Well, if you're focusing on a time, you know, before technology, they aren't going to know what the hell that is. It's just, you know, you need to find another way to communicate that they can relate to.
Let me say things to them, maybe take your image, because that's what they would have said. They wouldn't have said, "Hey, can I take your photo?" You know, to be very formal. May I take your image? And you'd be surprised
Right.
what appears in your camera when you take it, when you ask for an image.
Right, can we have a selfie?
Can you take a selfie?
Can you imagine, like, the people 30 years from now when they're going to investigate this generation?
30 years from now, this generation, when are you planning on dying on
Never.
me, right?
Never.
Let's talk, a few generations down the road investigating us.
No, but I'm saying 30 years from now when investigating this time period, it'd be, everybody's camera is going to have to be facing them to take a picture in order to get anything.
I'm going to have the shit out of me.
But, Brandon, I want to ask you a question. What has been the most memorable time of investigating where you really felt that your research has paid off?
Gosh, well, the most memorable investigation for me was Mary King's Close in Edinburgh, which Mary King's Close I think it's been on pretty much every ghost hunting show out there.
Brandon, by the way, we're going to be there in August.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, I'm speaking at a conference in Aberdeen, and we're going to be for the Fringe Festival.
Are you going to be there for the Fringe Festival? That's the
But I'm also speaking at a conference, Supernatural in the Contemporary World in Aberdeen, during that same time in August.
Yeah, you get all the fun conferences.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, I mean, you know what it's like. Anytime you go to Scotland, everywhere you go is haunted. Everyone has a nice story for you. It's amazing, the people in Scotland. Not only because of their stories, but the history, and it's just a great place if you're interested in paranormal
But
phenomena.
tell us about that experience at Mary King's Close.
Yeah, so I was in Mary King's Close, which is essentially like an underground city. So Edinburgh was so crowded that people were living underground in a way. They had their businesses down there, cattle down there. They lived down there. So there was a lot of shady stuff that went on, underground city stuff. There's some urban legends that they buried the people who were suffering from the plague down there. I don't know if that's true or not. But anyway, I was doing my research down there, and what I would do is we had 251 participants come through over 5 days. But every time before the patients would come, or the participants would come through the haunted location, I would have to take EMF readings, like baseline readings every day, just to make sure nothing was going crazy down there. And every day I did it, it was fine. There was no problems with it. And then one day I was doing it, and I was just outside this place where this guy lived. I think his name was Mr. Chesney, I think. And what made him famous was he was the first person in Edinburgh to have a toilet. So when you opened the door to his apartment underground, you saw his toilet because he was so proud of it. Anyway, I was taking the EMF readings around there, and every time I took these readings, everything came back okay. This one particular day, my EMF meter was just going off the charts. I wasn't sure what was happening. And then I started feeling, even before it started happening, I was just feeling different. I was just feeling like, kind of overwhelmed, angry almost. And then all this EMF stuff started happening. So I wasn't really sure what was going on. So I ended up going back upstairs and coming back down, and the readings were perfectly normal. So I can't explain what was going on, but obviously I changed emotionally. Something changed in the environment. So something kind of paranormally was going on. So that was kind of my one and only experience that I still can't to this day really explain. And it kind of makes me, it's one of those things that bounces around in my head every couple of weeks or so. I don't have an apparition, but to me can be considered a paranormal phenomenon. And to me, it's probably the most interested I've been on a ghostly investigation.
That's an interesting story. Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of times it's not what I always say, Chris always says this, the best piece of equipment that you can take on an investigation is yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we're more attuned to the environment sometimes than a piece of equipment. So the equipment
Absolutely.
might be able to detect EMF fluctuations, but EMF is not the only thing going on in the environment.
Exactly.
Our human